Good morning and welcome to Strength for the Journey. I know you pray, and perhaps now during these COVID-19 days, probably you pray a lot. But perhaps there is an untapped power of group intercession. Yeah, I'm talking about banding 2, 3, 4, 12 together and praying for a specific purpose. Perhaps we need to do that more often, and perhaps the time is now. Perhaps you have a prayer request. Perhaps you're in pain. Perhaps you're hurting. Oh yes, many of us are hurting during these times. Some are sick and some are dying, even in your family. And this is the time when not only we need to pray alone, but as a group. It was about a year ago that we were in Santiago de Cuba, in a wonderful evangelistic series that our students prepared. And they were preaching in different cities, I should say in different parts of the city, 5 different places. And I went to one and the elder took me, said, Pastor Ortiz, let me take you around. And he showed me 3 ladies locked elbow to elbow, praying and going around, walking and going around the church in prayer, interceding for the meetings and interceding for the preacher. They would love to be inside the church and listen to the sermon, but they thought that it was more important to pray as a group. And he took me to the back of the church, and there were other 12, 13 persons on their knees, faithfully interceding and asking for the Holy Spirit. Oh, they would love to be inside looking at the folk coming from the United States. They didn't. They rather met or meet with the Holy Spirit. There's a text that I want to share with you. Colossians chapter 4, verse 2 says, devote yourself in prayer, being watchful and thankful. And the New King James Version says, continue earnestly in prayer, being vigilant in it with thanksgiving. You know, it says that continue because I believe you pray, but it says here, do not give up. Even in these times, there's no time for retreat. There's no time for giving up. There's only time to double up and to bring more people to your band of praying disciples. And then he continues saying, continue earnestly. In other words, pray, but not just as a common exercise, but with all of your heart and mind and soul. Earnestly, being vigilant. Or as the NIV says, being watchful. If there's anything good out of COVID, I don't think there's anything good out of COVID. But if there is anything coming good out of COVID, is that it's teaching us to be watchful. Or perhaps it's waking us up. Some of us have been too asleep. And this crisis is waking us up to a new reality that we need more prayer, more intercessory prayer, more group prayer, and more revival. So it was James Stewart, a famous Scottish preacher, was called to preach. And one day when he started the meetings, there were only 7 persons there, and then it grew to hundreds and then thousands. And he was asking, what's going on here, Lord? What do you want to do with me? And one day, before he went to address thousands of people in his tabernacle there, he went to the basement to pray, feeling overwhelmed and inadequate. And when he went to the basement, the lights were half dimmed. He heard a noise, and when he turned the lights on, he saw a group of 12 ladies praying for him and for the meetings and for the outpouring of the Holy Spirit. And he said, now I know what's going on. There's a group of people praying for me, and I have felt the Holy Spirit around visiting us. So today, I have a challenge for you. You want strength for the journey? Grab a band of disciples, a band of friends, and meet with them via Zoom or phone or FaceTime or Messenger. Meet with them in prayer perhaps once a week or twice a week or once a day, whatever you want, but meet. And you will, only eternity will tell what these will do in your life. Only eternity will tell the miracles that happen because of this band praying together. So go. What are you waiting? Grab your friends, give them a call and say, tonight at 7, let's meet. On your knees, you will definitely find strength for the journey. God bless.